大家好 Welcome to Everyday Chinese. 我是 Joyce. As Chinese learners, I think almost all of you have asked your teacher one same question, whether Chinese is called Hanyu or Zhongwen or Pǔtōnghuà. What are the differences? Are there any circumstances where I should only use one but not the other two? Today we will make a comparison of these three words and learn their differences. And you will find this video useful no matter you are the advanced learner, a beginner, or any level in between. Now let's get started.
If we look up the word 中文 in the Chinese dictionary, we will see two definitions for this word. First, 中文 refers to the language and writing of China, 中国的语言文字, especially that of the ethnic Han. For instance, when it comes to I can speak Chinese, how would you say it? You can either say 我会说汉语 or 我会说中文. I study Chinese. 我学汉语 or 我学中文. In this sense, 汉语 and 中文 are interchangeable, but do note that when it comes to Chinese characters, we use the word 汉字 and we do not use 中字 to emphasize the characters of Han ethnic group. But there are some cases where we are accustomed to using one but not the other. The most authoritative Chinese dictionary is Modern Chinese Dictionary, which is called 现代汉语词典. Instead of 现代中文词典, here the dictionary uses the word 汉语 to emphasize the language of ethnic Han. And an English Chinese dictionary is called 英汉词典 instead of 英中词典. 中文 also has a second definition, which means the language and the literature of China. 中国语言文学. We can see that the second definition has narrowed down to Chinese literature. If a Chinese student majors in Chinese, we would translate Chinese department into 中文系, say 我是中文系的 or 我是学中文的. Here we use the word 中文 as they are learning the language and literature of China, 中国语言文学.
However, if students study Chinese as a foreign language, we are inclined to say that they study Hanyu. If a student majors in teaching Chinese as a foreign language, the department where we, everyday Chinese teachers, graduated from, we would call the department as 对外汉语专业. Note that here we use the word 汉语. Our online learning platform is called 天天汉语 instead of 天天中文. We also use the word 汉语 to emphasize that our online learning resources target students who learn Chinese as a foreign language.
If you want to learn Chinese systematically from scratch, you can check out our online courses. One of the features of a course is to have voices of different speakers to help you immerse in the real-life context. How would you say hello?
你好，你好，
你好，
你好，你好，
Listen and repeat. 你好，你好. Hanyu literally means Han language. Hanyu is the language of ethnic Han, and it is the main language in China. The modern standard Hanyu is 普通话. As you may know, there are 56 ethnic groups in China, and the minority ethnic groups also have their own languages, which are not Hanyu, such as language of Miao ethnic group, 苗族, Bai ethnic group, 白族, Dai ethnic group, 傣族, Zhōng ethnic group, Zhuangzu, and so on. The largest ethnic group is Han, which accounts for more than 92% of total Chinese population. Hanyu is mainly classified into 7 dialects: 北方方言、闽语、吴语、湘语、赣语、客家话 and 粤语。普通话 Mandarin has developed from a northern dialect. 普通话 is a standardized form of spoken Chinese based on Beijing dialect of Mandarin. 普通 means common, and 话 means speech.
With the evolution and standardization over all these years, 普通话, although based on Beijing dialect, is no longer the same. Nowadays, 普通话 has developed based upon a mixture of northern, southern, classic grammar and usage, and also reflects a more proper pronunciation of Chinese.
普通话 is spoken in mainland China, Taiwan, and some southeastern countries such as Singapore and Malaysia. 普通话 has the narrowest scope among these 3 words. It is the standard pronunciation of Hanyu. As more and more people are speaking 普通话 nowadays, it has become the common language of communication between ethnic Han and other minority groups in China.
When you are talking about learning Chinese, you are most likely talking about learning 普通话. 普通话 is taught in mainland China. In Hong Kong, Macau, and some southern cities of China, people speak Cantonese, 广东话. 广东话literally means Canton speech. In Hong Kong, if people say that they can speak Chinese, they mean that they can speak Cantonese, and maybe Mandarin. In schools of Hong Kong, teachers use Cantonese as a main language of teaching. Thus, we tend to say that 我会说普通话, but not 广东话, to emphasize that I can speak Mandarin, but not Cantonese. This emphasis is especially important in the places where the local dialect is more common and prevailing than Mandarin. To summarize, Hanyu is considered equal to Zhongwen nowadays, except for a few circumstances where we should use one but not the other as fixed expressions. Don't get so much fixated on the difference between these 2 words. 普通话, Mandarin Chinese, is what you are learning with us. Alright, I hope you like this video. I will see you next time. 再见. If you want to learn Chinese in a structured manner, please visit our website where we have courses for beginners and HSK exams.